You are a coach. Whether you realize it or not, you have a coaching relationship with the people who report to you in your construction company. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about one specific technique that you can use to become a better coach right away. That technique is simply closing the loop. And it's all about what you do in the first 5 minutes after your coaching conversation has ended, whether it's face-to-face, over a Zoom call, or over the phone. And in those 5 minutes, you have to close the loop on the conversation that you've just had. And this is how you do it. First thing you do is you send a calendar invite for the next coaching session with all of the action items included that the person has committed to. Then you send them an email with those action items included also. The next step is you then download any documents that they've sent you and put them into the folder that you have for that particular individual so that you can track what it is that they've committed to and the work that they're doing. And finally, and I want to thank Gmail for this particular piece of action, is you create and schedule an email to follow up with them on their action items before your next coaching meeting. So for me, when I'm coaching my executive clients in construction companies, we'll meet every week or every other week. If it's every other week, I'll schedule an email going out the following week prior to our next call, and I'll be asking them how they're doing on their action items or on any particular issues that we've addressed. Now, why is this important? It's important because, number one, when you close the loop, you get everything off of your plate quickly. Number two, you make sure that the person you're coaching has everything that they need to implement and that there's no excuses for them not taking the steps that they need to take in order to make progress. And finally, and most importantly, by closing the loop in the way that I've described, you communicate that you care about the other person and that you are a professional. But why don't we close the loop in these coaching calls or these coaching conversations that we have? Well, unfortunately, the first reason is we're lazy. We finish the call and we think we're all done, and really we haven't. We've only got 5 minutes left, and that 5 minutes can have a tremendous positive impact, but we're too lazy to take those 5 minutes. And the second reason why is because we're tired. Think about a 60-minute coaching conversation that you might have with someone. And perhaps at the end of those 60 minutes, you've dealt with some serious issues, some deep challenges, and frankly, you're just exhausted. You've got to push through that fatigue and just spend another 5 minutes closing the loop. And lastly, the reason why we don't close the loop is because we get overwhelmed. We're too tightly scheduled. And I've learned this over time. I make sure that I have 15 minutes between the end of my last coaching call and the beginning of my next coaching call. And in that time, that's when I make sure that I'm closing the loop. And you know, the great thing about closing the loop is you feel terrific after you've done it. In fact, I'm closing the loop right now by shooting this video because I just got off a call with my client. I had an idea for this video. I put together the outline for the video, and now I'm spending 3 to 5 minutes shooting the video, closing the loop so that you can get the information that you need in order to improve your performance as an executive leader. So in summary, make sure you're closing the loop on your coaching conversations with the people who report to you. The way that you do it is send them a calendar invite for the next coaching call with the action items included. Then send them an email with those action items included. Make sure you're downloading any documents that you need from them so you can keep track of their progress. And then finally, create and schedule any follow-up emails between now and your next coaching call. This is how you communicate professionalism and caring and make sure that the people that you are coaching have every resource that they need to make the progress in their own personal growth so that you can increase the effectiveness of the teams that you lead. My name is Eric Anderton. Hope you found this video helpful.